Okay folks, my name is Isaac David Brigmond. Don't know if you can see me too well, but I've started the company, the Country Boy Videos, which does videos and ads, and I am here at the Diamond Arena in Broxton, Georgia with Glenn Nettles and Sarah Phillips. We're going to see what they're going to do today. Let's see. Now we're walking out here to get to where the action's gonna be. Basically, today is the first video I'm doing. It's an ad, and I'm going to show basically what's up here, what they're doing. You will get to see action and possibly, if they want to, interview. Here we go. I can get it straight here. Where we at here? So she is riding a horse, basically. That there is Miss Sarah Phillips, and here we go. Now. Out here is a pretty nice place. They deal with horses, buying and selling, basically roping and teaching how to rope, basically. Glenn Nettles is a actual roping teacher, and basically he was at one point rodeo man, which I think is very impressive to know, because people that have such knowledge know more about horses than you think they do. It pretty much proves that the more you deal with horses, the more you know, but some folks think you can get on a horse and just ride out like crazy. Doesn't do no good to just put yourself on a saddle and on a horse and just ride out like you think you're something else. But and soon as we get straight, we'll see possibly a great, yes, over in the other pen, which is good work. It helps people out to know that, if you can ride a horse that good and can train them that well, then people understand you better. Now over here in this little black area is where Glenn Nettles is at the point right now, and is basically trying to get a horse, basically breaking a horse. Breaking in a horse basically means to try to ride a horse until he feels comfortable with you and you feel comfortable with him. Excuse my coughing. But see, to do such, you have to be where you know that you're comfortable with the horse and they're comfortable with you. If not, then there's no need, and if you're not gonna try to train the horse to love you and you love it, and have respect for each other. Like, see that horse there? That horse is shown to be broken in because, well, as I see it, the horse basically is, you see how she can ride it with no problems. this is a pretty good outfit. Setup is good, you know, it helps out a lot, and nice piece of land to do it on. I mean, the situation is just perfect. If Mr. Nettles would come out, then we would see him. And before it's over with, we will introduce you to him. Sarah Phillips, or as some people say, Miss Phillips, has a long history of being in this town. Her father was D.B. Phillips, and he ran a little country store in the backwoods, one of those kind where people stopped and chewed the fat and had a good old time talking and got little supplies they needed, you know, like chewing tobacco, sodas, snacks, little odds and ends like that. And basically she's been in this town, as far as I know, all her life, of Broxton, Georgia. To learn to use your talents with what the good Lord gives you is what it takes to make it in this world. And I think these people have used their equine talents to the glory of the Lord, to show the Lord that, yes, Lord, you give me these talents, now here I am using them. Now, here we go with Glenn Nettles, showing, or as some folks know him, Mr. Nettles. Has a beautiful horse and is a very kind-hearted man. Pretty horse too. Pretty much the story goes like this. Glenn Nettles is an experienced horseman. See how far I can get without getting in the way, because these people have had the experience with what they're doing, and you don't see much of this every day. Beautiful sound. Ride with one hand. That tells you experienced people can do such.
get through.
Don't you think she's had enough of the... Think she's had enough of the barrels and I pull you for a little while and let him video that? See, the thing is, like patterning and going to the barrel is look at your pocket, not at your barrel. And keep your horse in a line straight. Right. And then when you're patterning, go there. Straight, look at your pocket, go to your pocket, trot to pocket, walk around, and trot to every barrel and walk around. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
I gotta get the four-wheeler.
Yeah.
And I'll pull that.
What you got in the truck, Isaac?
Basically, a lot of that's in there is that it's from the back, a lot of that stuff we selling.
Oh, is it?
Had to cover it up. Cause you know, cause I don't think she wants to take the stuff out, so she just covers it up so you ain't got to take it out.
It makes it easier, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Talking about stuff that me and my mother sell at Southside Flea Market in Douglas, Georgia, which is I'm gonna schedule to do a video for our sales too, since doing all this. You're about to see something you probably thought you'd never see your entire life. It is teaching how to basically rope a cow, rope a steer, roping basically, and it shows how. A good teacher right here, Glenn Nettles, will teach you how to do such if you let him, basically. Good one. It has to come with the four-wheeler in order to move the little heel, as they call it, which is basically a roping tool. I do understand that Mr. Nettles is a good, experienced horseman, and
he might not tell you, but he's a good racer and a good horse trainer.
See, a vote of confidence like that would help a lot when trying to be a good teacher. Get as close as I can without getting too close to them. Woohoo! You did it. The point of this is to get the back legs. And some folks try to get for the horns too, but makes it look like you're trying to catch a runaway steer, which is basically you are actually in this case, simulating such. Got him. He basically caught him by the back leg. Go as far as you can without getting too close. This is my motto about doing videos, because if you get too close you end up messing it up. The heel, basically a tool used for roping. And
She's a 4-year-old coming 5-year-old, and I'm having a problem with her. I am taking a right lead, but we're working on it. And then I have to take her back to the round pen and get him to work with me and work on getting that right lead. Like right when you start off on a lope, making sure you're getting in the right lead. I don't have that big a problem with the left lead. Picking up the left lead. This is a 10-year-old. That come out of Florida. He's doing real good on the roping. If I blew him up, he just did. He really liked barrels. But he's doing real good on the roping. Him in the hole. We're hauling him a little bit, like over to K-Ville. And cracks bloodline, saddled up, is a 5, coming maybe 6-year-old. Is Dollar a 5, 6, coming 6-year-old?
Who?
Dollar.
Yeah.
A coming 6-year-old. That's Glenn's. And he came from E.F. Pridge and Marie Davis. He's, what's his bloodline?
He's Peppy Sand Badger and
He goes back
Lightning Ball.
to Peppy Sand Badger top side and
Yeah.
Lightning Bar bottom side.
Yeah.
And the Palomino, the light cream color Palomino that Glenn just got off of, come from E.F. Prison, but was bought on the Hazelhurst sale, and he goes back to a bloodline by the name of Blackburn. And he's a 6-year-old?
Yeah.
6-year-old. And that's Blaine's. He's trying to make a healing horse out of him for Blaine. And then before you leave, I'd like for you to video out in the pasture. The dark mule out in the pasture is probably what, a 6, 7-year-old? And his name is JJ. The dark colored horse out in the pasture is the Great Smoky, which belonged to Danny Spivey, my late husband. And then I have 3 brood mares out there. And the Spotted Pony is Cameron and Caitlin Kirkland's, my granddaughter and grandson. His name is Patches. And I have a mare out there by the name I call her Dr. Cubs number 2 that came. I had her mama like probably around 30 years ago, and she died there at my house right here on this farm. And this is a coat off of her, and she's now probably about 16, 17 years old. She's out of a double spark stud top side. Bottom side goes back to the lightning rafter. And she's just kind of stays around, been around, hangs around. She's just here. We retired her from the barrels. Danny made a barrel horse out of her, and we just kind of I've just let her be a pasture ornament and retired her. Might possibly breed her this coming up year, I'm not sure.
Okay.
He endorses it.
This is called Hot Heels. This is about a $2,000 machine that is great for roping practice. You got your heels and you got your head to rope, your horns, and you rope your horns, you slip your rope comes right off. This is great for roping practice to make your heeling horses and your heading horses. And it's pulled by a four-wheeler. They're owned by Glenn, the four-wheeler, and Glenn owns this Hot Heels. And it is endorsed by the great roper Speed Williams, originally from Jacksonville, Florida. And he endorses these, and they're great for roping practice, in which you videoed and you've seen how good and how convenient it is. And we've got old buildings, we've got stuff that was kind of just put together. We don't have a modern, nice barn, closed-in barn, but we do a lot of practice here, and Glenn has probably forgotten more than I'll ever know. And he's good with working the horses, breaking the horses, which he's not as apt to break them as many now as he did at one period of time in his life, because sometimes age slows us down from stuff like that. But he's still good. He has the patience, and he believes in taking your time with them, and that's what it takes with your horses. You got to have patience, and tying them out and just saddling them up and leaving them tied is almost as good as riding them. You leave them saddled and leave them tied to your trailer, to your post, and it teaches them patience, and that's a part of the breaking that it works wonders. And then I want you to get this pack house. It was an old pack house. It was originally on the dirt road over here, which is the old Fitzgerald Road. That, when I come into the world, I'm 55. That pack house was over there, and that belonged to that is just a piece of antique, maybe. I want to say antique, and maybe that's not the word, but and so Danny and I got the idea that we wanted to move it from over there and put it here at our arena. So they got logs and rolled it. My brother said it couldn't be done, and Danny and a couple more guys, 2 or 3 more guys, they put logs underneath it and rolled it some way, somehow. I didn't actually see them, and got it over here, and he just kind of redone some tin on it and put some aluminum siding stuff around it, and then we got the cheesecloth stuff around it. And it's just an old piece of work that I really cherish. And it's got cabinets inside. It has a stove. It's got a lot of stuff stored in it right now. And then Danny added and Glenn may have helped, added the little porch onto it, the steps and stuff. But I really do cherish that, because that goes way back. Like, there's no telling how old it is. It's really, really old. Okay, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Lord, I thank you for this opportunity. thank you for the miracle that I can still do this, even when that lines like that and the signs like that on the camera. And I know what you're doing, Lord. You're giving me a miracle that you want me to finish this video, and I know. That's the hot one again.
How's it going, track?
Man, look.
Gotta use Granddad's old barn over there. You know what I thought about?
What's that?
I was looking, because I've seen barns like that, big stuff, just, let tear all the shelter part from around it, and just fit, like Shorty Graham's got one up there in his backyard, and just fix the back of the barn up, and it'll be a good piece of each,
Yeah.
we were at the house and somebody come rushing to our house, and this is before Dad